Hello guys, this video is very important as far as your quant preparation is concerned. In this video I will be showing you guys some approaches to the frequently appearing sequences in series. So let's get started with the first series. So the first series says 50 into 1, 50 into 1 plus 49 into 2 all the way up to 1 into 50. Right? So how can I approach this particular series? I can say that the sum of this each and every term is constant, that is 51. 50 plus 1, 51, 49 plus 2, 51, and so on and so forth, right? So how can I write its tnth term? I can write its tnth term so that the sum will remain constant, that is n 51 minus n. The sum is 51. Just like each and every term over here, the sum is 51. Here as well, the sum is 51. And if I find the Tn, now I can easily apply sigma on this to find the sum, right? So 51n, 51n minus n square. I have to just apply the sigma. So 51 sigma n minus sigma n square. So 51, this is n into n plus 1 by 2 minus n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. Now I have to just put the value of n is equal to 50. If I put n is equal to 50, I can easily find the sum to this series. Okay, so the main point is to write the Tn over here. We have to just observe that the sum of each and every term is constant, that is 51. So we just wrote the Tn in this way. Let's see the next series. Okay, so the next series is 3 by 1 square plus 5 by 1 square plus 2 square and all the way up to 31 by 1 square plus 2 square up to 15 square. Okay, so first task is to write its tnth term, right? So I can see that in the numerator all of them are odd numbers, and in the denominator all of them are the sum of the squares. So how can I write its tnth term? Tnth term would be 2n plus 1. That is the odd number. 2n is even number. If you add 1 in it, it will become odd, right? So numerator is odd and denominator is the sum of squares, that is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Okay, so 2n plus 1, 2n plus 1 will get cancelled. So 6 divided by n into n plus 1. Okay, so 6 divided by n into n plus 1. You can write it like this: 6 by n minus 6 by n plus 1. Okay, you can write it like this. Now you can apply simply sigma over here. Sigma 1 upon n minus 1 upon n plus 1. Right? Sigma, again sigma. So n will take its value from 1 to 15, again from 1 to 15. Okay, so we can write it like this. Okay, how do we proceed from here? I will proceed from here from 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 all the way up to 1 by 15 minus, that will be minus 1 by, when I put n is equal to 1 here, it will become 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 all the way up to 1 by 16. Okay, so every term will get cancelled from here. The only term will remain over here is 1 minus 1 by 16. So 15 by 16 is the answer to this series. Let's see the next series. Okay, so we have next series is this. So over here what we have the terms. So if I rationalize this, what will it become? Root 3 minus root 1 divided by root 3 minus root 1, root 3 plus root 1. Okay, plus root 5 root 3, root 5 minus root 3, root 5 minus root 3, root 5 plus root 3. I am just rationalizing all these terms. Okay, so if we rationalize, likewise we have to rationalize each and every term. So what will I get? I will get just root 3 minus 1 upon 2 from here, then root 5 minus root 3 by 2 from here, and from the last term what will I get? Root 121 minus root 119 upon 2. Okay, so since denominator is same, So everything will get cut out. What will remain is from here minus 1 will not cancel, and from the last term root 121 will not cancel. Okay, so this will become 11. Root 121 is 11. 11 minus 1 is 10. 10 by 2 is 5. So 5 is answer to this series. So let's see the next series. So next series is this. Please pause the video and try it for yourself first. Okay, so I hope you have tried it for yourself. Now let's look at the solution, how to approach this particular series. So this is 1. How I can write 0.9? 1 minus 0.1, right? Plus how I can write 0.99? 1 minus, this will be 1 minus 0.11. This is 11 square, and this way. Okay, now how I can write this? This is 1 plus 1 by 11 plus 1 by 11 square plus 1 by 11 cube, right, minus 1 by, now 0.1 by 11, that is nothing but 1 by 11 into 10, right, plus 1 by, how I can write further, 11 square into 10 square, 11 square 10 square. Okay, so I have just split the term from here, 1 by 11, 1 by 11 square, 1 by 11 cube over here, and 0.1 by 11, 0.01 by 11 square over here, and so on. Okay, now I can see this is GP, right? This is the GP, and this is again a GP. Here the common ratio is 1 by 11. Here the common ratio is 1 by 11 into 10. So since the common ratio is less than 1, I can easily apply the formula for sum of GP, which is nothing but A minus 1 minus R. Okay, so what I am saying is, I have to just apply this formula of sum of GP over here. Since common ratio is less than 1, I will apply this formula. So I have to apply this formula over here and this formula again over here. And hence we can find our answer easily for this particular series. So let's look at the next series. Okay, so the next series is this. Please try it for yourself first. Okay, so how can we approach for this particular series? We can see that the difference of the denominator is same over here, like 3 is here, 5 minus 2 3, 8 minus 5 3, 11 minus 8 3, and 62 minus 59 3. So the difference is same, right? So how I can write this thing? I can write this as 1 by 2 minus 1 by 5, okay, this particular term, plus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 8, similarly plus 1 by 8 minus 1 by 11, all the way up to 1 by 59 minus 1 by 62. But I have to write 3 in the denominator. Why? Because each and every term over here will have a numerator which is 3. So to cancel out that 3, I have to write a 3 in the denominator. Because initially the numerator was 1 in each and every term, so I have to keep the numerator 1 as well. So here the numerator is 3, here the numerator is 3. If I do the LCM, 8 minus 5 3, 11 minus 8 3, so the numerator is 3 over here, so I have to cancel it out. So I write the 3 in the denominator, right? Now this question becomes very easy. Now this is 1 by 3 and everything will cancel with each other. The only thing which will remain is 1 by 2 from here, first term, and 1 by 62 minus 1 by 62 from the last term. Okay, and if you solve this, this will nothing but 5 by 31. So 5 by 31 is the answer to this series. Let's see the next series. Okay, so the next series is 1 into 1 factorial plus 2 into 2 factorial, 3 into 3 factorial, all the way up to n into n factorial. Okay, so whenever we see something like this, there is a standard approach to this kind of series, and what we have to do over here is we have to attack these numbers 1, 2, 3, n. Okay, so how can I write 1? I can write 1 as 2 minus 1, 1 factorial, plus I can write 2 as 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, 2 factorial, okay? all the way up to n plus 1 minus n minus 1 n factorial. Okay, so I am doing nothing, I am just writing 1, 2 minus 1, writing 2 as 3 minus 1, and likewise n to be n plus 1 minus 1 into n factorial. Okay, now I have to just multiply 1 factorial in this bracket, 2 factorial over here, and n factorial over here. What will I get? I will get 2 factorial minus 1 factorial plus 3 factorial minus 2 factorial. Okay, all the way up to n plus 1 factorial minus n factorial. This is minus n factorial. Okay, so every term will get cancelled out from here. The thing which will remain is minus 1 factorial from here, minus 1 factorial from here, and n plus 1 factorial from here, n plus 1 factorial from here. So the function f of n, which seems to be this huge number, this reduces to minus 1 plus n plus 1 factorial. Okay, so this is how we have to approach this particular sequence. Okay, so the next question says find the 100th term of the sequence 1, 5, 11, 19, 29, 41. Okay, so the sequence given is 1, 5, 11, 19, 29, 41. So we can clearly see over here that the difference is in AP. This is very famous kind of sequence where the difference is in AP. So here the difference is 4, here difference is 6, then difference is 8, then difference is 10. So the difference is in AP. So how to approach these kind of sequences? So there is a standard approach to these kind of sequences. Just write the Sn, that is the sum is equal to 1 plus 5 plus 11 plus 19 plus 29 plus 41 plus, okay, and again write the same sequence, but what you have to do is you have to just shift the sequence by 1 unit towards right. Okay, so 1 plus 5 plus 11 plus 19 plus 29, this, and plus Tn. This will be the last term, right? Okay, so what I have done over here is I have just written down the same sequence but just shifted it by 1 unit towards right. Okay, now we have to subtract it. So we have to subtract this from this. So if I subtract this, I will get over here 0 is equal to what I will get over here is 1, then 5 minus 1 is 4, then 11 minus 5 is 6, then 8, then 10 minus Tn. Okay, so Tn will come over here, Tn will come over here, and 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. Okay, now if we see here, there were total n terms, right? And 1 is outside this bracket. So can I say there is n minus 1 terms over here? N minus 1 terms. What I am saying is there are total n terms, out of which 1 term is outside the bracket, and hence the remaining ones are inside the bracket, that is n minus 1 terms. Okay, so what I can write from here is 1 plus, I can easily apply the sum of AP over here. Okay, so if I apply the sum of AP, n minus 1 by 2, this is 8 plus n minus 2 into 2. So I will get 1 plus n minus 1 plus 2 plus n. Okay, I have just applied the sum of AP in this bracket, and I got this 1 plus n minus 1, 2 plus n. And the question asked me to find the 100th term of this sequence. Now I have found the Tnth term. Now if I put n is equal to 100, I can find easily the value of the 100th term. So what I have to do is just put the value n is equal to 100, n is equal to 100 over here. Okay, n is equal to 100 is not the answer. What you have to do is just put n is equal to 100 over here, and hence what you will get is your answer. So this is the basic approach. Okay, So this is my answer to this question. So guys, what I suggest to you is either write these approaches somewhere in a copy or jot it down somewhere, or watch this video again and again, because believe you me, I am also an CAT aspirant. We tend to forget these kind of approaches. So if we see this video again and again, or if you write this approach somewhere, so it will just get into your mind. Okay, so whenever you see such kind of approaches, you would know how to approach these kind of sequences. Or if you see any other approach, you would at least know how to approach these kind of sequences. So basically that's the reason why I made this video. So I hope you like this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Actually it gets lots of effort to collect all these kind of stuff and post them down. So please consider subscribing to the channel. I will be keep coming up with such more conceptual questions. See you guys in the next one.